Hi guys, welcome back to Delusional Diaries podcast. I'm Hallie.
And I'm Chad.
Oh yeah, I'm Troy. Sorry.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Yeah, happy Halloween. This is to all the haters who tell me you would look better brunette. Clearly, no.
I think it's just a bad wig.
And Jess looks like Ice Spice.
We were getting ready, and Kevin looks at me. He goes, "Kind of look like Ice Spice." I'm like, "You're not wrong."
Oh my god, it's so funny.
We just had to stop and get Hallie coffee before recording, and like, "What's your name for the order?" And I said Troy because it was for Hallie because she had too much anxiety to order, which is shocking actually because you don't seem to care about anything like ever.
I just the one thing I care about in this life is like feeling good in my outfit. Like if I don't feel good in my outfit, like I just can't be confident, and I do not feel good about this outfit. So unfortunately, I can't be confident.
But then he called for the coffee, and I said, "Oh, thank you." And what team? He said Wildcats.
Yeah, he did know. God, I can't. Everyone was like taking photos of us as we were walking down the street. I'm like, no paparazzi, please.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Anyway, but happy Halloween. This comes out literally on Halloween, so sorry, oh my god.
You okay?
I just choked. Anyway, sorry.
I've been having a really rough afternoon. In these
yeah. I don't like the part like that. Okay. That'll have to be. I look like Ned's Declassified.
Oh.
Kind of. I feel like the
like
hair.
That one nerd guy?
Yeah. The coconut head guy.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah. Anyway.
So you know what that show is, but not Unfabulous?
I've just like know the references. I don't actually think I've ever watched. I've watched a little bit of Ned's Declassified. I feel like there'd be like reruns on. Okay. But I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, happy Halloween. I don't even know where to dive in.
Most importantly to discuss today, which is not in relation to Halloween, but Jazz did get to go to Era's tour.
Oh, yeah, we went to Era's tour. It was so fun. I'm so glad you got to come. We didn't get to be together, which was
that part was sad. But another brand had a suite, and someone dropped out last minute, so I bought a flight, and I got to stay in Hallie's hotel room with her, and I got to see Taylor again. It was truly amazing. I love her work.
Yeah, I was glad to see the Tortured Poets department because I hadn't seen that. So that was a fun addition. I thought it would be the very, very end. I didn't realize it would be like before, but I'm glad she kept Midnights as like the finale.
It's just like, it's so good. That show is just genuinely so well done. And I cannot believe she's been on tour for such a long time.
2 years.
Yeah.
It is crazy to think.
And she hasn't gotten sick or anything.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, it's genuinely like, it's so long. Just being there, I feel like takes you out. Like you're like, whoa, that was a lot. Like you need a recovery day after that. I can't imagine performing it. That's crazy.
No.
Like actually insane.
Genuinely like unreal. And in the rain too. Like this was a rain show and she was just killing it. It's insane.
I would love to be a pop star though. Like I cannot imagine
I wish I had talent,
the feeling of having an entire arena. Like think of that arena like that holds like all of those people for like a football team, right? But it's like they're cheering for a bajillion different people on the field. Like imagine that many people
all just
cheering
there for you.
One singular person for you. I would literally like my ego would be out of this world. Like, oh my God.
She's just so good. And I got to see Gracie Abrams too, which was great because I didn't get to see her in New York because of the whole cancellation thing. So that was fantastic.
It is also insane because like it was pouring rain, obviously. And Gracie, like, obviously is not equipped for the rain. Like, in sense, like, she's not a dancer either, I guess. But it's like
her guitar and
but it's like you could tell she was walking around that stage like, I'm good. And she said, she's like, I do not want to fall in front of you guys. That'd be so embarrassing. You could tell how careful she was being with each step. And it's like Taylor doesn't miss a fucking beat. She's like dancing like,
and same with all of her dancers too. Like I don't know how they do it.
I know they're doing the most insane shit on like stairs and moving pieces and all of that. And
couldn't
like
even dribble a basketball in the middle of the street without any obstacles.
I don't know how they don't fall. How has she never fallen one time?
She did like almost trip once. I saw a video of it, but she recovered so quickly. But that's just like who she is.
Do you see that video of Olivia Rodrigo falling into the stage?
Yes.
I thought that was like on purpose. I was like, is that like a joke? It was like real.
Yeah, somebody
got fired.
Yeah, 100%.
That is actually so scary. I also like props to Olivia Rodrigo for that because genuinely, if that happened to me, just the fright of it alone, like of like the shock of whatever, I would be crying and I would be like not able to keep performing.
I bet the show's over.
No, I'd be like, I would seriously be crying. Like she was just like, whoa, that was scary. Like, and she just got back up.
That could have gone so bad though.
I know.
I'm glad she didn't like actually get injured.
Speaking of people getting injured, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. I'm like not
I
laughing.
don't know where this is going.
I got a new couch being delivered,
Oh, yeah.
and the guy. Sorry, just I'm looking at you in the. I'm trying to tell a serious thing, and I'm looking at you in the
Keep going.
viewfinder. Anyway, I'm getting a couch delivered, and all of a sudden I hear a giant crash, and somebody like ow, like screaming. I'm like, what the fuck? I like go out there, and this guy like. I don't know what happened because I wasn't watching, but like when they were delivering the couch, somehow he like fell and then he hit my mirror. I don't know if the mirror fell on him or what, but I felt so bad and I was like, I don't know what you do about this. Like whatever.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of guys and I don't know if they maybe just, he went back down and like whatever, but he was like, ow, my knee. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
He's trying to like sue you.
No, literally, I was like kind of scared. I was like, am I like liable for that?
I don't know how that works.
No, I mean, I'm definitely not liable for it. I did nothing wrong, but I felt bad. But I did get a new couch today also, which is exciting.
Yeah. Hallie's having her Halloween party tomorrow night, so that's fun and fresh.
I'm very excited. It'll have already happened by. I did get a lot of decorations. Actually, I don't know if I told you that. I went on Amazon. I ordered a bunch of stuff. I got like a bunch of like black netting and like cobwebs, and I got these like 5-foot big spiders.
Oh.
And I think I'm just gonna like kind of pin them around like on the ceilings and stuff. I'm like my ceilings already like they're wooden. They are like look fucked up already, and that because they're like a hardy. So I think I can nail. Like
easily,
into them, you know what I'm saying, without like getting damages. So I think I'm gonna do that. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to prepare. I need to figure that all out tomorrow. We also have a party tonight. I'm not going hard at it at all. Like I genuinely am not.
Very
because
chill. I'm golfing in the morning, so
I need to like do shit in the morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'm very excited to have my Halloween party. Little redemption from my housewarming when I passed out.
like maybe an hour in.
Yeah. So no shots this time. I've decided
Pace
only
yourself,
drinks.
for sure.
Because I just think, like I said at the housewarming, it was just every person that came in opened their bottle of alcohol and they're like, take a shot with me. And like, of course, after 8 people come in, immediately you're done, you know? I don't think it's going to be that vibe because I don't think people are bringing me alcohol because it's not a housewarming. It's just a Halloween party. So I think people will just be showing up, which would be better.
But I mean, it is spooky season.
Yeah. When we go out for Halloween tonight, I'm going to literally lather my body in the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream because I need my legs to be looking really good, especially after my spray tan. I don't want it to look all cracked and gross.
100%. I literally put it on before this episode. My legs.
Wow.
You know, I love the Ultra Repair Cream.
Yeah. Your legs do look really good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I feel like that's like honestly been very important. I've been trying to get into like body care instead of just face like skincare because I feel like it really does. I do notice on people when their skin's like glowing and looking really good on their collarbones or their arms. I'm like, And the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream really does make you look like very hydrated and just like healthy, you know?
Yeah. Especially during winter, like I get so dry and just uncomfortable. And I feel like that really makes a very big difference in like staying moisturized.
100%. If you guys want to get yourself some Ultra Repair Cream, you can go to firstaidbeauty.com/diaries for 20% off. That's firstaidbeauty.com/diaries for 20% off the whole site, not just the Ultra Repair Cream. You can get
all the good stuff.
Everything, KP Bump Eraser.
Yeah, and if you have sensitive skin like me, this stuff is the best stuff for sensitive skin because everything else that I've used just makes me react poorly. And First Aid Beauty, I never have any issues.
Yeah, same.
So make sure you use code DIARIES for 20% off.
On firstaidbeauty.com/diaries. firstaidbeauty.com/diaries.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not doing that. I will say I want to dive into all of our Halloween hookups. I think that'll be funny. We kind of like briefly touched on it in episodes before, but I thought it'd be funny to do a real deep dive into all of our little stories. Because I was laughing thinking about like actually every year for the past like so many years, I've had like a little Halloween hookup. And it's like Halloween was the one time, even if I had basically been celibate the entire year, when Halloween rolled around, it was just like something came out.
There's
like,
something in the air.
A ghoul, a demon. I don't know. Obviously last year we were both in relationships, so that's like a little bit boring.
I mean, we planned a trip to Vermont last Halloween.
We did on Halloween day, and then we didn't go till like a week or two after. But actually, like the next week I think we went. Yeah. But that was a little scary.
Yeah, it really was. Still have PTSD from that. Yeah. But I also wanted to say real quick, guys, the craziest thing happened to me this week. I got a text from this random number. Did not know who it was. And I'm like, who is this? and it's this guy that I just talked to 5 years ago. Have not spoken to this man in 5 years.
Crazy.
And I'm like, what do you want? Once I finally realized who it was. And he says to me that he was listening to Frank Ocean and it reminded him of me.
That's a wild way to slide back in.
After 5 years.
Like, also acting like Frank Ocean is some, like, underground, like, wow, Frank
Not to
Ocean
mention,
came on.
Like, I'm 99% confident that my last text to him was, like, something really rude because we had just, like, decided to stop talking. And, like, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, that's really a wild way to, like, just, heard Frank Ocean, like, he hasn't heard Frank Ocean in the last 5 years.
Like, what? So fucking for real. I hate men. But love Kevin, obviously.
That's so funny. That's always a satisfying feeling. When
it is, though.
Come back, and you're just like, oh, period. Have you seen the outrage, like, whatever. I don't know the whole, like, lore behind it, but people were, like, mad about the Set Active Park collab or whatever, and they were like,
I'm gonna be honest, I did not have the attention span to watch any of those videos.
I don't know 100% what happened, so, like, obviously I'm whatever, but it was like people were, like, angry that because Chelsea Park and then Lindsay Carter, I believe, who's the Set Active owner, they were, like, celebrating that they sold out in, like, a couple of minutes or whatever, and then people were like, correct me if I'm wrong, but mad at them because they were celebrating because a bunch of people, like, couldn't get the items, and I'm just like, that's how a drop works, I feel like, is like it's this exciting thing. And they even opened a pre-order so you can get the items if you want them. They're just like, it'll take a little bit longer.
I'm going to be honest, I just, like, don't think, like, I love Set Active, I really do, but, like, I don't think there was anything so revolutionary to where I'd be that upset that I didn't get it.
I agree. But also, I guess if you love both the brands, I understand being, like, a little upset.
But it's a sweater with, like, a couple letters on it.
I know. No, I agree. I just think, like, it's a little bit crazy that people were, like, mad. Like good for two, like, women-owned businesses to have sold out their... And also, I just think, like, this girl I saw make a video, which really rubbed me the wrong way, because she was like, well, they opened a pre-order, but I don't even want it if I have to wait. I'm like, okay, if you wanted it that bad, but the lead time, like, the Lindsay Carter or whatever made a video saying it would be 8 weeks or less, which is 2 months or less. And I understand wanting it now, but at the same time, it's like, if you don't want it that bad if you're not willing to wait 2 months for it. Like, you shouldn't be buying it if you, like, genuinely, like, 2 months is like, no, I can't wait that long for it. Like, I feel like you didn't want it that bad then.
Yeah, it's just, like, not that serious.
It's not. It's an activewear set. But I just think, like, that's just how drops go. Things sell out all the time. Also, did you see the Christy Lukasiak breakup situation or whatever? Or, like, whatever? No. Okay, again, I don't like speaking on drama if I don't know what I'm talking about, like, 100%. But I saw a video basically saying that, like, you know how Christy and Chloe started, like, a dance competition to heal, like, Chloe's trauma from...
I did not know that.
Okay, they started, like, a you know, like, that people can go compete in, like, a dance competition. And then, okay, this is just what I saw in the video. But that, like, Christy was having an affair with the person that she started it with or whatever, and then they had to, like, shut down the whole competition because I don't even know.
I did not know that.
But it's very recent. Like, I just saw some videos about it on my For You page. You know when you like one video about something and then, like, this stuff keeps coming? Yeah, so I thought that was, like, pretty crazy and sad if that's true, but...
Damn. Didn't she just, like, also just get a DUI recently?
I believe so. And why is it whenever I open my For You page, she's always on TikTok Shop, like live or whatever? Like,
I've never seen her videos on my stuff.
She's always on my, and I loved her, like, on Dance Moms, but it does rub me, the panhandlers on TikTok Live, they get me. Like, when it's like, oh my gosh, look how amazing this eyeshadow palette is, 50% off, like, on their own page.
That's not hate on it, because I did do that once.
That's not the same thing.
That's literally what I did.
Okay, I'm saying the people that is their job, they do it every single day online.
Yes, I had an ad one time, and I did do that for a brand.
There's nothing wrong with, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with TikTok Shop or whatever. I'm saying the people, it's like Jason Nash that gets on every single day and asking, like, for, like, whatever. I just think it's an interesting choice, but you're allowed to do whatever you want. I thought I saw James Marsden on the street.
Hallie calls me yesterday.
And
she's like... Hallie calls me yesterday and says that James Marsden is outside and he's smoking a cigarette. So I leave my house and I book it towards where Hallie tells me this man is. This man looks nothing like him.
Yes, he did. And I swear to God,
he
it was him.
He literally just was a man with brown hair. And I was so disappointed because I actually love James Marsden. And I would have like said some hello to him.
I really swear it was him.
But it wasn't. It wasn't him.
Also, I got a spray tan yesterday. And I cried after. I was like watching some sad TikToks and it left like streaks down my face. And I literally now have to, I completely ruined it. Now I have to wear makeup to cover the streaks because otherwise my face looks, and I went for the darker one too because I was like, you know what?
What this reminds me of?
What?
You know how like in Legally Blonde, she's like, if you've been getting this many perms for this many years, like you should know the golden rule that you don't.
Yeah.
Like
it was an accident.
What's the fucking shit that's called?
Yeah, the perm or whatever. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like you should like know not to like get yourself in that situation or like hold your eyes over.
Yeah. Well, no, I know. I was really trying, but it just like wasn't working. I don't know.
Your emotions got the best of you.
Yeah. So, and I got the darker shade. I was like between the 2 and the 3, and then the girl's like, if you're here, just do the 3. And I'm like, okay, like whatever. And I honestly don't think it looks too dark or anything. I think it looks fine on my body and everything. And thank fucking God, because I felt like a pale little rat. And now I feel so much better about myself.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Also, I've been going to Solid Core.
Yeah.
I've gone like 5 or 6 times now, like a good amount, and I think I like it. I like it. I don't know if I think it's the best workout ever. Like people are like, it's like a cult almost, you know?
Yeah.
But I like it. But some of it's almost just like too hard where I'm like, this is kind of fucking ridiculous. Like the way they make you hold a plank sometimes for like 8 minutes. I'm like, I get, but at the same time, like I'm just giving up and having terrible form because I'm actually incapable of doing this, even with the modification, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like over time though, you get so much better at it.
I guess, yeah.
Like I feel so much stronger leaving those classes than I do like anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
and I feel like people that are also there are so like into the world that they're like not doing modifications. So I feel like more guilty doing them around them, and it like makes me work harder.
Yeah. But I really am trying my hardest no matter what. Like, I just, like, I have to do the modifications. So, like, I was kind of, like, pulling some muscles in my shoulders from the planks because I was doing them for so long. I don't know. Also, I walk in today, like, with the spray tan tear marks all across my face. Like, I look...
At Solid Core?
Yeah. Like, I hadn't showered the tan off yet. And the girl at the front desk and the instructor both are like, she's like, what's your name, Hallie? Oh, from TikTok. I'm like... Yes.
Like, why were you crying?
No, and I was just like, oh, my spray tan looks really bad, BT dubs. Like, just letting you know, like, whatever. Like, oh, it's a judgment-free zone here. I was like, okay, period. But it's like, always then I'm like, oh my God, she's like she knows, like, the instructor knows my TikToks. And then she's like seeing me like give up and flop. And she's like, you're an idiot. Like, she's not at all. She was so nice. But I obviously think that in my head. Oh, I saw you mailed in your ballot.
I did.
That's good.
Voting's super important, guys.
Yeah.
If you're not voting, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I agree. I got my mail-in ballot a while ago, filled it out, and then I had this whole debacle trying to, like, fucking mail it. I went to this, like, USPS, but the one that it maps me to was, like, in a federal building where you had to go through, like, airport-type security, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that to, like, mail a letter, you know? So then it said on my ballot, you can take this to FedEx, DHL, or US or UPS or whatever.
USPS.
Like whatever. USPS is what you can mail. Or UPS is like what I'm saying. Like whatever. Because you don't have to pay for it if it's through USPS. Like you can just go drop it. But I was like, okay, you know what? Like there's the FedEx right here. The next USPS, which is like what would be free, was like a mile away. So I was like, I would rather just like go pay. I don't care how much it costs, you know, whatever. So I walk into FedEx and I was like, hey, I'm like, just need to mail this. The guy's like, no, you have to do it through USPS. And I was like, so actually, right here on the official government ballot letter, it says you can ship it through FedEx. Like, it's printed on here. So can we just please ship it? I'll pay for it. Like, I understand I have to pay for it. And he's like, no, only USPS. And I was like, I just don't understand how that's possible if it's printed on the thing. And he starts like, literally, he's like, no. And I was like, seriously? Like, I feel like this is like voter discrimination. I'm kidding. But I was just like, the fuck? And then he's like, He's like, you've said that 3 times. Have a good day. Or, he's like, you said that 3 fucking times. Have a good day. He used the word fuck at me. I was like, whoa, like, whatever. And it was very upsetting. And now I don't like FedEx for that reason.
But you got your vote.
And then I did. I had to fucking take a subway. It was a whole journey to mail in this ballot, but I did it.
Because it's important.
Obviously, of course. I voted. When was yeah, I've only been able to vote in like one other presidential election, which was Joe Biden in 2020.
You're so young.
Could you vote? You could vote the one prior, Hillary and Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a lot older than you.
I guess you're 4. That was your first year ever voting. You were probably 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 20 when I first voted because that was like the way it came.
I
I mean, I voted in the like for like Senate and stuff like that.
I know what you mean.
Presidential. Yeah, but really feeling a little scared, but it's going to be so fine. I just try not to think about it.
Just do your part.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Go vote. Voting's cool. Voting's hot. Honestly, it is really important for specifically like Gen Z to show up and vote because I think a lot of people have the mindset like, oh, my vote doesn't matter. Like one vote doesn't count, whatever. And I think that's the issue because a lot of old people that are voting,
they think it matters
for Trump
for good reason.
They are voting.
Good reason for thinking it matters, not good reason for voting.
Yes. No, I know, but they will go vote, and so that's like a big issue. I also just the Electoral College just fucking sucks because it's so annoying to know for a fact that Kamala is going to get more votes than Trump, like without a doubt, and having to like rig it just right so like she wins enough states
is crazy.
It just like it feels very outdated to me. Like I understand why in the past it made sense. Yeah. Now I don't think it does. And it like sucks. Like can we get a bunch of fucking Gen Z like blue voters to go live in Wyoming so we can like turn those states, It's just like
dead ass.
It just kind of sucks. I don't know. But I have a Glock. That honestly will never not be funny. Also, like, I feel like Kamala had been, like, killing it on socials. Like, I feel like whoever's running it, like, Kamala HQ and stuff, is like, so funny. The videos do so well. And then all of a sudden I started seeing, like, it's like, all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice. Yeah. That's how I felt about, like, Trump's, like, team was, like, kind of copying and doing the same thing. And I was like,
it's, like, not good when
you can't outdo the doer. Yeah. Didn't like that. Okay. I don't even want to touch on, like, the breakup that we all know happened, like, online, whatever. Like, this has... Rihanna and Zach.
Oh, genuinely didn't know what we're talking about.
Well, I have nothing to say about that because genuinely, like, we don't know what happened. We don't have facts. Like, nobody said anything.
No one will ever know besides the two of us.
Exactly. So I'm not touching on that. All I want to say is, like, this has been pissing me off and I, like, wanted to make a TikTok about this, but I was like, I just don't want to get my nose in it, but I'll say it on the podcast. Like, people who live in glass houses should not be throwing fucking stones because there are so many people online, like, take aside everything that you don't like about her, that she said, like, whatever. I'm not even talking about that. This doesn't even have anything to do with that. Like, all I'm saying is people are like, she's so fucking stupid. Has she seen what he's done to his exes? Like, of course he did that to her. Like, da-da-da-da. I know for a fact that every single one of you that are saying those things, making those comments, have had a Brad, Chad, Jake, and Sig Ep do the same exact thing to you and gaslight you, manipulate you, like whatever. And you know for a fact you're sitting there like, no, he's changed. He's different. Because of course, like, have you heard the lyrics to Zach Bryan's songs? If you wrote one of those songs about me, I'd be done. I'd be like, period, like, I love you, he's different. He's like, no, you guys don't
Legs
get it.
Open.
Like, 100%. Like, oh my God, if he wrote that fucking song, like, 28 about me, no, how lucky are we? Yeah, so fucking lucky. I love you.
He wrote that, sorry to like, but like, he wrote that, like, about a tattoo she already had.
Yeah, I know.
Like, now she's like, had that forever.
I know.
What a fuck that.
Don't even get me started. Like, again, this just has nothing to do with them. It's just people's reaction, like, acting like she's so stupid. Like, please, you've done the same fucking thing, and you're so weird for acting like...
And not just that, but, like, you can, like, not like her and, like, not agree with her shit, but, like, you don't be like, oh, that must suck. She's going through such a public breakup. Like, you can have empathy and also think that you don't like her. Like,
you can just make zero comments on it. Like, yeah, if you don't like her, like,
that's fine. But you can also be like, oh, I can see how that must be hard. She's going through a public breakup and was blindsided.
Yeah.
Like, you can not like a person and still have empathy for that.
I agree. Crazy. I just think it's weird. Like, people that were genuinely happy, people were using the song, like, Life is Worth Living, that they broke up. And I'm just like, that's just weird. Like, why are you, like, so happy somebody, like, got broken? I don't know. It's like, no matter what, I just think it's fucking weird. I was just thinking about also, like, I experienced this on like the smallest level of just like going through a breakup publicly just is always going to suck a little bit more. And like, obviously, like I have a very niche, small, like social following and
Too many likes.
What?
Too many likes.
Oh, I have a niche, small social following and Reed's not even on social media at all, but yet still I had to experience the tiniest shred of this. So I cannot imagine what it would be like to be dating such a famous person. And you know, when just outside of social media, anything, you have that friend that gives you like unsolicited updates on it, your ex or somebody that you were talking to, and you're just like, why the fuck are you updating me on him? Like, I don't want to know. Because I feel like one of the best ways in a breakup to move on is to just
out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. Like, ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know about him, hear about him, talk about him. Don't give me updates on a new person he's dating, etc. To have to like open your phone and TikTok and
everything.
Just a drama page is constantly going to be like, Zach Bryan seen leaving Charmant, whatever the fuck, with blah, blah, blah actor, and having to just constantly wonder and know and get those updates unsolicited for the rest of your life. That fucking sucks, and I cannot imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I feel for that 100% because that's ass. Like, it just sucks.
Yeah. Makes getting over it so much harder.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh God. Anyway, so that's all I have to say on that. I just think maybe a little bit of like, I don't know, understanding.
Empathy.
Yeah. I know.
You know, I moved to Halloween. You know, I moved to New York Halloween weekend like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago?
3, I think.
3 years ago, yeah.
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 That's
so crazy. Life is so different now.
Yeah, very. That's actually wild. Yeah. What was I doing 3 years ago?
You were still in school, yeah?
Yeah, I think. Right?
Because you graduated like when we met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. You're right. Yeah.
It's so insane.
Yeah, I was in school and I went to visit my friend Delaney in Alabama. And my entire acrylic nail ripped out of, like, my nail was on my finger or whatever. It ripped with my entire nail, like from the actual, like, all the way root out. Ugh. It took so long to grow that shit out. I saw it on my Snapchat memories the other day. Also, I hooked up with a guy that was straight up wearing a Hooters costume. I forgot to include that in the last episode we talked about. But yeah, he was fully in a blonde wig with like his stomach out. And it was actually the grossest thing I've ever seen. And I don't know.
But you were just like, it was.
He like played hockey and he was kind of hot, like in a rugged way, whatever. He was kind of short. For me at least, he wasn't like tiny short, but definitely like not a giant dude. But he's like, kind of just a dick hockey player. So I was like, all right, period.
It did it for you.
Yeah. And so I hooked up with him, but that was during my polyp that I had that I didn't know phase. So I bled on him.
You bled on a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Whatever.
It built a lot of character.
It did. Yeah, it taught me a lot about reproductive health.
Yeah.
IUDs, all of it. So, you just have to go through that sometimes. But also, I realized the other day, the guy who sent me home in the bunny costume that I bled on his sheets, all of that. I was walking the other day and I'm like, wow, that is a gorgeous apartment building, just a couple blocks from my current apartment. And then I'm like, oh, why have I been there? And I'm like getting this like blurry memory. I'm like, oh my God.
That was who?
That was his apartment. I forgot. He lived in Tribeca. He had a great apartment, but rough times there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Wonder what he's up to.
Well, I saw him actually not too
you did.
long
I
ago.
forgot about that.
But I do wonder what. I do. I want to know.
There's a difference between like wanting something back and having curiosity. Like,
just being nosy.
It's being nosy. That's all it is.
Like I would love a 5-minute, just quick update from every single person I've ever hooked up with, just to know. Like, do I want any of them back? No.
But I'm nosy.
Yeah, I would just want to know, how many people have you hooked up with? Do you have a girlfriend? Have you talked to?
Are you still seriously? An asshole?
Have you changed? Have you gone to therapy? Have you grown?
Yeah, like I'm curious about growth.
Yeah. Like, do you have a job now? Did you get your license back? You guys, we asked on our Instagram, if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do. We asked for the worst costume that you've ever hooked up with, right?
Yeah.
And so we're now going to go through and read these costumes, and then we're going to say how many shots we would need. Okay, some of these are people being like, this is what I wore, and then other people. Somebody said, I hooked up with someone dressed as McLovin when I was a Four Loko. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I feel like
McLovin's not bad.
No, like I would be sober.
Well, I'm going to be sober, but...
Isn't it like just like a t-shirt?
No, I'm not saying even that bad, but I just would never be sober. Like, count all of this as like, I wouldn't need additional shots. What? At a Halloween party? No.
You met a guy at a bar and he was just like dressed like that.
You think I'd be sober at the bar? Would you?
You know what? I would. Because, I haven't drank in 2 weeks, guys.
You literally had a drink last night.
No, I haven't like drank though.
Yeah.
We talked about this other day. If we used to drink so heavily, and I look back when you guys called us and said that we had a problem, you might have been right. Okay,
we never had a problem.
No, but like, were we excessively drinking? 100%.
Yeah,
and we were drinking so much that now, if we don't drink for like a weekend, or if we have like a couple drinks like on a night, I'm like, we didn't drink.
Yeah, like if I go to dinner and have two drinks,
the bar was set so high.
Because we would never end it. Like, it'd always be going to the bar after and drinking so much.
For like 5 days in a row.
If we go to a dinner and have two drinks, I'm like, we didn't drink.
We didn't drink.
When we did, it's just like we didn't go crazy, It's, yeah. But I want to say we never had a problem.
No.
Like, we never were like needing to drink. It was just, we did it way too socially to the point where it's like, you could just take a night off. You don't have to go out every
Or also,
night.
like, we could have just like gone to dinner and had 2 drinks and stopped.
But what was the fun in that?
What's the problem? The problem wasn't that we couldn't stop. We just didn't want to.
No, and you know what? I don't regret it. We had so much fun.
We built so many memories together.
And thank God Chin Lipo exists because of that.
dead ass. Like, that's the reason we both needed it. And like, people might have said that to us, and we might have been like, "Fuck you, you're so mean."
Like, her face is so round, and I was like, granted, I always did just like have a round face, but
yeah. We look back at videos and we're like, oh, like that was definitely a contributing factor.
Yeah, 100%. But I actually genuinely, in the last, like, I guess, like, coming up on, like, 3 weeks, kind of, whatever. Yeah. There was one night I went and I had, like, I did have a decent amount of drinks. I probably had, like, 5 martinis. But in the past, like, 3 weeks, only one night, that's really good
I haven't drank either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't.
I know, yeah.
I had 1 drink last night playing pool. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah. You haven't drank either, yeah.
No.
So we actually haven't drank in a really long time. So
we're blacking out this weekend.
No. Well, tonight,
not tonight, but tomorrow night.
I'll have a couple drinks tonight, but nothing crazy. Yeah. I also didn't take, I've been like very congested, very sick.
Yeah, she got sick.
And my head hurts so bad right now, and all I want to do is take this medicine, but it specifically says on the label, like, do not take this when you're drinking. So I opted to not take it today so I could have some drinks. So.
Well, I decided that this Halloween I'm really going to do it big in case I have children eventually.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Prior
so
to next
true.
Halloween.
Yeah, because you'll have to do like a pregnant costume next year.
If I'm pregnant. I just meant like I'm going to like be getting my body right in case I decide to have children.
Okay. Well, either way.
So like I will be getting my body not right this year so I can go out with a bang.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? I'm just reading the story this girl sent in.
What?
She said, I got so drunk at the pregame for a Halloween party, I literally shit myself on my friend's floor.
Oh.
She goes, and it happened a few years ago, and that night still haunts me because I don't remember it. I'm not going to lie to you. It would haunt me as well. Like, that is not great.
No, it's not.
But I feel like your Halloweens can't get any worse than that.
Yeah, that's so true. You've hit rock bottom.
You did, and you can only go up from there. So
I really try to not judge if, like, this is the thing. Because I've been like, actually last year at Halloween, I remember this girl was at my apartment. We were like having a pregame.
Yeah.
This girl was so sloshed. Like, it's like the way she was talking, and it was like a pregame. I'm like, it's 9 p.m. She was so hammered. She was not there in the head, and she was saying the most wild things where it was like, girl, what? It's 9 p.m. And I almost in my head was being a little judgy. I was like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, you need to calm down. Like, why the fuck are you this drunk? I was being a little pretentious in my head. And then, I was like, you know what? I've been this girl.
Yeah,
I have been her.
you have.
I'm not
I have
gonna
too.
judge. We've all been her, right? So I don't judge, and I'm like not gonna form an impression of somebody like that crazy drunk girl. I really try not to. If you do it 2 or 3 times where it feels
You
like
get
a pattern,
there's a couple strikes.
Yeah, you get a couple strikes. Like, but if it's like if every time I see you, it's 8 p.m. and you're incapacitated, like doing insane shit, like being actually just a horrible drunk, you know. And if it's 1 a.m., I'm gonna give you the pass. But it's like if you're always that drunk, then you know maybe I'm like she might need to calm down a little bit. But I try not to judge because I've definitely been there, and I would hate if somebody saw me like one time when I got too drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Against you
and hold that against me forever because I'm a sweet girl. But yeah, so I try not to judge. But so if I saw you do that, I don't know, that'd be hard for me to like. I'd really try to not judge you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be like you could never come here again.
Yeah,
but I'd be like,
well, maybe if I didn't know you at all, I might. If it was on my floor, maybe.
But like, if I saw you again, like, would I go into seeing you again with an open mind, like in like a public space? Yes.
Yeah.
So like, no worries.
And if it was years ago, girl, it's fine.
No one even thinks about it anymore.
We all need like a rock bottom moment where you do something really horrible, and then you're like, okay, I really need to watch my drinking because I feel like we all have that when we're young. You just think you can drink so much until you do something awful and you like vomit all over yourself, and then you're like, oh, that wasn't cute.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know, we've all been there. So
100%.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost it.
I see that. Okay. A mime and he wasn't allowed to talk.
The commitment to the bit is crazy. Honestly, if he could be that loyal to not talking,
that's what I was just thinking.
Be loyal to me. That's wild.
I think I would be into it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like a guy who isn't talking, like, I think that might be great.
Just read. I'm just kidding. He's just very quiet.
The commitment is impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something that would happen to us. Someone said, friend and I thought we ate as Kendall and Kylie, parentheses, we did not. We went out, blacked out, woke up with strangers in our bed with purple feathers all over our beds.
That's funny. We thought we ate as Kendall and Kylie. I look back, it's like me like 2 years ago. I was like, the confidence I had in the way he looked it wasn't adding up. Like I genuinely was so rough looking. Like I really have like, not to call myself having a glow up, but I did have a glow up. I really did. I like you can't even deny. I like look back. I was like, oh God.
No, yeah,
but I like really would have thought like I'm so hot and running around like thinking I look like Kendall when I look like fucking something like a refrigerator door. That's really funny. Okay, I don't know where this one's going. It's kind of a lot of parts.
Okay.
Halloween 2021, my friends and I had something bad happen to each of us. One made out with a friend who was in a 5-year relationship. Oh. One of us spent the night throwing up. One of us, me, got a DM about my costume from the guy that ghosted me 2 months prior. So I spent the night crying on the kitchen floor. And the couple of the group was threatening to break up and left the party early to fight even though they lived together.
There's nothing worse than a couple who makes their problems everyone else's.
Yeah, like if you're gonna fight, go.
If you're gonna fight, go the fuck home.
Yeah, like just like go.
Why are you
go
fighting
close yourself in a bathroom
around everyone else?
I agree.
Why are you ruining everyone else's time
and making it awkward? Yeah,
like just leave. Like go home.
I agree.
Like I can't stand a toxic couple like that. I'm like,
oh my God,
you have to leave.
This just made me think. I was at this Halloween party in like I don't even know, like 2019, and I was like in Massachusetts visiting some people, and we're at a college, and I walk into this room like of this house, like it was like a friend of a friend's house party or whatever, and there's like 2 twin beds in the room, and there's roommates that live in this room, and one of the roommates is like sitting there, and he's like, yeah, me and my best friend live in this room together, like love him so much, and then the girlfriend of the friend that was not there is also in this room And she's like, he's my boyfriend. He's the best boyfriend ever. I love him so much. Seriously, like overcompensating, right? And I'm just kind of, they're both saying such amazing things about this guy. Like, he's my best friend and he's my best boyfriend. I love him so much. I'm like, okay. So I leave. Partying. I left my jacket in there. So I went to go get my jacket. I come back in. The bitch and the best friend are like, they're like borderline. They're like making out like on the bed, whatever. And I'm like, oh.
That's crazy.
And the boyfriend was being sober that night because he was like driving everybody around and like he was driving us like home and like whatever. So this man's like sober. And I literally had to go up to him then like 10 minutes later be like, could you please take us home? Because he was like the only sober person. Yeah. And he like drove us home and I'm sitting there the whole time in the car like fighting the urge.
Like, because you like know like you like got like, out of the house so that they could have sex?
Like, well, I don't know.
Low-key you kind of did.
I guess maybe. But either way, I wanted to tell him so bad. I felt so bad. And I was just like, what a fucking bitch. And they're like still together. I like see it on Instagram.
The good guy and the bad girl?
I don't know them. Like, I don't know. Like,
maybe send like a...
I know a hey girly DM to him.
Hey dude.
Hey dude DM. The shoes. I just send the shoes. No. Actually, I don't know if they're still together. I say they're still together. The last update I got was like 2 years ago. So I like really don't know. Because again, I don't know them at all. But I was like, damn, it's fucked up. I was dressed as Helen Keller. He was dressed as Macklemore. Helen Keller feels a bit distasteful. It's kind of funny.
How do you even...
I don't know how you dress as her either.
Yeah. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Like, was it super clear you were Helen Keller? Or did you explain your costume?
I think it's personally weird to do any type of Halloween costume that's like a real life. Like, I understand even if a show was made about it, but to do like a real life like serial killer or a real life like I think being Gypsy Rose is weird.
Yeah.
I think being the Menendez brothers is fucking weird. I
fear that will be a popular one.
I do think Halloween. It will. And I just think it's weird. Those are like real people. Yeah. And I know we like fantasize about the fucking like edits of that hot guy in the show or whatever, but like he's an actor.
Yeah.
And it's like a real thing that happened like to people who were like sexually abused. And it's just kind of an odd...
Yeah, it's an odd choice.
It's an odd choice.
So many choices.
Even being like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, why are we like glorifying or like almost like celebrating it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're like paying on, like, I don't know. I think it's weird.
Okay. And Oompa Loompa.
I think it depends. Like, is his like pants like packed and he's like round as fuck?
He's fully orange and leaves orange handprints on your wall.
Oh. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I'm sitting here acting all pretentious, like, oh, I don't know. If I had a couple shots in me and a guy was like, I knew he was hot no matter what he was dressed as. Like, if I had like, had a prior crush on him, I think they could dress as anything in the world, and I would be like, yeah, I will hook up with you. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I didn't know what this man looked like prior to being in the orange, that might deter me because I might be like, oh, I can't really tell if he's hot. You know?
If you're tall,
yeah, you have like a cute face.
Yeah. And also I love the commitment to like painting yourself orange.
Yeah. I think I like
effort in a Halloween
costume. I think it's because I think so many guys won't do Halloween costumes. Yeah. They're like, oh, that's stupid. So I think it's funny if a guy is into doing Halloween costumes and wants to do it. I think it's cute and I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I saw this TikTok today that was like, it was like these like two Bratz dolls and they were like doing this like squint, like whatever. And it was like a photo and it was like me and my best friend trying to see what his teeth look like after making him laugh.
I sent this to you.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see it. I was like, that's so us. That's funny.
No, that's literally what I thought to myself when I sent it to you. Okay. Have you seen the trend on TikTok? People keep saying like, no revenge. My Halloween costume is just XYZ.
Yeah.
You see this one?
Yes, my shorts are the size of the mini Sol de Janeiro.
Yeah.
I saw one that was like, yeah, like my Halloween costumes got delivered in this package. It was like smaller than
your hand, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I love a slutty, sexy Halloween costume. I think it's fun. I really do think it's like that sound that's like, in girl world. I say that as we're sitting here dressed as Troy Bolton and Chad. Personally, like for the podcast, I think this is funny, but like I would never wear this to a Halloween party. Like I am like gonna do mine aren't even slutty this year or anything, but they're like cute, you know, whatever. I like a cute. I don't really like for me personally, I love when other people do a funny, but I don't like to do really a funny for the most part.
I love a funny.
Yeah.
Now that I'm married.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I was not a funny girl.
Yeah.
But now it's like...
Even so, like, being in a relationship, like, I just still don't want to... I don't know. Like I said, like, I care so much about what my outfit looks like that, like, I just can't get past it. This squeak is really itching.
She's a man. Of course you
No.
haven't. Okay, well, people listening will understand. She's like there's like a part she's a man where Amanda Bynes is like scratching her head because her wig's off, and like the principal comes up to her and he's like, I know your secret, and like she thinks she's like caught for impersonating her brother, but actually he just thinks that she has male pattern baldness like he does, and that's what you were just giving just now.
Yeah, it's really itchy. Oh, well, what are you being for Halloween this year?
I have a couple costumes.
We have like 4 parties, so.
Yeah. One, I'm being Zendaya from Challengers, and like Kevin's being like her husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a third.
Reed actually, she jokingly asked like, hey, will Reed be in like the third in this Halloween costume, like jokingly? And I like said it to Reed, and Reed's like, yeah, like of course. And I'm like, do you know what happens? Like they fuck. And he's like, it's just a costume. It's just a movie. And I'm like, obviously, like,
yeah,
it's a joke.
Yeah.
But like Reed was like, yeah, if she needs me to.
What a real friend. But we're bringing that one night, and then we have a party on November 1st. So Christmas does start for me on the 1st of November. So Kevin's being a giant Christmas tree, and I'm being Mariah Carey from her music video she did.
Cute.
For Christmas.
Love.
And then Kevin is being, this is such a niche meme, but if you get it, you get it. Like, you'll have to watch my TikTok for it to like make sense. But Kevin's being a computer, and I'm being the girl from the Apple store who like dances in the photo booth meme. And it's like, do you want me? Yeah, if you know, you know. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm being that. And then I'm being this like picture of Drew Barrymore when she was like heavily intoxicated.
Love. I'm being
Kevin's being a champagne bottle.
Oh yeah. The champagne bottle come?
No, but I'm just gonna get a label and stick it on a t-shirt.
Okay, cute.
Yep.
I'm being How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I have like that.
Do you even know her name in the movie?
Andy Anderson.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
I've seen the movie.
I recommended it to you for so long, and you took forever to watch it. So
anyway, but I'm wearing a yellow dress. So that's pretty basic, but whatever. And then I'm being Carrie Bradshaw. I'm doing her intro outfit. I like had somebody from Etsy. I planned this a while ago. I never with like this year, because I feel like every Halloween comes, I'm like, I don't have any plans. Like, I don't know. And then it'll be like 2 days before Halloween, I have 18 parties, and I'm like, fuck. And I always feel pissed. So this year I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna have the costumes ready to go. I'm gonna like over prepare, and I wanna like have a costume for every day. So I actually feel good about all these costumes. But I had somebody from Etsy like make me the tutu like white skirt or whatever. And actually I think the costume looks pretty good. I just need to curl my hair. I don't know if this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to do like these level. I mean, that's like maybe a little too tight, but you know what I'm saying? Like the very tight ringlet curls that she has. Like, I've never done that to myself. I also feel like my hair's a touch too long, where I just don't think I can like pull it off. Do you think it'll like be fine if I like just get the hint of it with like doing like a really sharp, like beachy kind of like wave like that?
I mean, I'm not a cop. No one.
I know,
no one
but
else
do you
is.
think I should commit to the bit and do the like take the like half-inch wand?
I think you should, but I don't think you'll put in that much effort.
I could. I don't have anything. I mean, like, I don't know. I could do it tomorrow. I just like, I've never done that hairstyle myself before. And if it looks like shit, I'm going to be like, this kind of sucks. You know, like, I want it to be cute.
Yeah, but if it looks that bad, you can just wash your hair.
Yes. I don't know. We'll see. You guys will have already seen by the time that comes out. If I do the ringlet curl or not. But, and then I'm being, maybe Sabrina Carpenter. I got the jacket and like whatever. I don't love the costume, and I also just think it's kind of overplayed, but I don't know. I was just like, whatever. And then what's my last? Oh, Hannah Montana from the Hannah Montana movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I like spray painted a dress, and I actually like it kind of looks fine. Like, I don't know. I got the cardigan.
It's Halloween.
Matches. Yeah, the cardigan looks good. The only thing is I ordered 3 colors of bangs from Amazon because I was like,
none of them match.
They're all like so awful. Like, none of them were even kind of close. I still have time because it's next week. I guess I could get more bangs, but I'm like, I also might just not do bangs. But I'm like, I also feel like I kind of need them. But I couldn't find any
cut some.
that I would look so fucking bad. This sounds the most pick-me sentence, but like I have way too small of a forehead to do bangs. I genuinely did.
Yeah, your forehead.
Like my bangs would be like an inch long. They would look terrible.
Small.
What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever done?
Like even childhood.
In all of years past, yeah.
Honestly, Steve Harvey. Like that was the most fun night I've ever had.
Okay, I love that.
And like just like the validation of everyone telling me I'm funny was like very fun for me.
Love that.
And it was just comfortable. Like I wasn't cold outside.
Yeah.
It was colder outside, but I wasn't cold because like I was so in a fucking gigantic suit. And it was just easy.
What was
Like,
I?
I didn't do I had no makeup on.
Yeah.
Like I was just vibing.
What was I that night? I'm trying to think. We were at Katie's.
Oh.
And we were on that rooftop. I cannot think
Weren't
of
you
what
like that cat or whatever?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I was, I think.
Yeah, like Monica and Chandler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I was. Me and Reed did Monica and Chandler, and he passed away the next day.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. Very sad. Also, R.I.P. Liam Payne.
That is really sad.
So sad. I feel so bad.
Were you ever a director?
So I was kind of like, I was like a fake One Directioner at first because everyone in my school loved them. So I literally one time got all those like J14 magazines or whatever that would have those posters you could rip out. I covered an entire bedroom wall. And like I was like pretending like I love One Direction just because I was being like pick me essentially to all of my friends. Yeah. And then I actually, once I did that, I kind of became like a real Directioner. And I was like, wait, I kind of like their music and stuff. And then like obviously all the songs slapped. And so I wouldn't say I was like, I feel like I was a Directioner, like I'm a Swiftie in the sense that I really did like them a lot. Like I was definitely a fan. Like had they been in concert, would I want to go see them? Absolutely. But am I like knowing every detail about their life, like knowing their birthdays and their zodiac signs? No, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Were you?
I actually didn't even know One Direction existed until they broke up.
Oh.
Like that was my intro into the band was Zayn leaving the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were there for the drama.
Yeah. And that's when I really discovered them and I started listening right after that.
They have great music.
One of my favorite songs though is like their cover of Teenage Dirtbag or whatever.
Oh,
like
okay.
I play it on live all the time when I get ready. I love that song.
Yeah. I do love
that. And if I'm ever really, really hungover, I play One Direction like on full blast.
Yeah.
And it really does help.
It's healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's obviously it's also just, it's so weird to start seeing like people that like you feel are kind of our age. Like obviously they are a little bit older than us, but how old are they?
I think
he was like 31 or something.
Yeah, I'm not that far off.
But that's what I'm saying, like our age-ish, like pass away, like it's just really sad, obviously. Like I feel like I'll hear my mom be like, what? Like to somebody that passes away and I'm kind of like, all right, yeah, he's old, like whatever. But it is sad because obviously he is young also, which is really sad. I just don't like, I feel bad for just everybody involved. Obviously, like we don't know what happened at all. I don't like the like shit being like posted, like, you know, whatever, and making assumptions.
Some things just aren't our business.
No. And like, it's just like weird. And I feel like so bad for his girlfriend. And I've seen people be like, if his girlfriend knew he was struggling, why would she leave? You don't know the situation.
You don't know
like
shit about shit.
And also the same thing with the ex-girlfriends. Like that's all just sad. Or ex-wife or girlfriend, I'm not sure. Maya, I don't know.
People.
Either way, it's just sad. Like nobody, I'm sure, wanted that at all, and I'm sure everybody's in shock and devastated, and you know whatever. But it's nobody's fault. It's just sad. Yeah, makes me sad.
Yeah.
I did see they did like in Washington Square Park.
I saw
like,
that.
Everyone, it's not funny at all.
I know what you're gonna say,
but like the people singing so seriously and so sad to like a bunch of flowers and like lights.
Wasn't it for me? It was the part. I don't know if you saw these videos, but they were singing "Strip That Down."
Yeah, and they're like so serious, like "Strip that down for me," and
I'm like.
Like
is this real?
No, singing like these, like that song is just crazy.
It's toys for sure.
It was, and I think Liam would think that's funny. Like 100% he would. I'd be laughing. But yeah, that is really sad. I also can't imagine how weird it would be to be like Harry or Zayn or like anybody, just even if you don't talk to him at all anymore, it's like to have spent that much time with somebody and like had such a significant, huge,
part of your life.
Insane part of your life that essentially nobody else in the world can relate to but you five. To like know that person passed away is just so upsetting. And like again, even if you weren't even close friends, at that point in time, it's like
it's not even that. It's like with anyone when they pass away though. It's like you could mourn a certain version of them as well. Like not even like what that most recent one was. It's
100%
like that person you had in that time frame.
Yeah, I hooked up with someone dressed as Edward Cullen and woke up covered in body glitter.
Honestly, that's my dream. Like, I'm not even kidding.
That's actually funny as fuck. And the commitment to having the glitter on their body is like, I love that a guy would know that.
That's amazing.
I love that. That's so funny.
Most of these like are all people that like painted their body and like it transferring to places.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever committed to the bit like painting my body.
Yeah. Someone like said they were a Smurf and like got the other person very blue.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of work.
No. Yeah.
And like messy.
I wore the Spider-Man skin tight onesie and I had to go home with and went home with a man and I had to put it back on in the morning.
It's not as bad as putting on underwear and a bunny corset.
Yeah. That is just it's a humbling experience going home with somebody on Halloween just in general. I think and like having to put those clothes back on if it's like a one night stand cuz it's like I feel like a one night stand is kind of like I'm not giving you my fucking clothes.
Yeah, that's
my issue
why
was
I think
mine wasn't a one night stand. He wouldn't give me his fucking clothes.
That's what the problem.
I went
that's
on
a whole other
man.
problem.
Anyway,
but that's why you should just like go to your house.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because like the thought of having to go home in something else going home in in any costume is just not fun.
It's not. It's spooky. It's scary to wake up.
It's just not right. Like the streets. Actually, I would love to go on the streets of New York and just have a coffee and like watch people on their walks of shame.
Yeah. So
that
funny.
sounds great to me, actually.
Or being like a doorman and just like watching all these hoes come down.
No, 100%. Like, they probably have so many good stories.
100.
We should have your old doormans on the podcast.
I
love them. They were great.
Doorman. They were the best.
They saw us through some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, doormen really know like the ins and outs of your life.
Yeah.
And I would like tell them like my hookups were like cheating on me or whatever.
You're making up stories.
When I would bring back like I was like hooking up with this guy consistently, and then I'd bring back like a rando, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, like he cheated on me, we're broken up, and then I'd be like, we're back together. When he would come back over, I'm like, he's not my boyfriend.
This girl was Jeff Bezos in a spacesuit.
Oh,
and
that's a creative question.
A guy she went home with took off her bald cap and hairpins, and they've been dating for 2 years now.
Wow.
I think the key here is, guys, wear a bald cap and you might meet someone.
Maybe. That's for me, like I just my hair would look so I cannot imagine like being sweaty as fuck under there and like having it look so gross, and like that's like hat head to the max, you know?
100%.
Yeah, I mean at least you were already in a relationship, you know? I feel like if I like did
I'd be committing to the bald cap while having sex.
Oh, 100%. You're like flipping your head.
Like, just deal with it. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I did do a bald cap, I guess, when I was Voldemort one year. When I was
were you 8?
Yeah, really young.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did commit to that, and I did choose to be Voldemort.
I did miss Halloween as a kid, though.
Yeah, like the innocence of it, and I miss trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I never really got to trick-or-treat much because in Alaska it was so cold. Always, like, Halloween time was, like, very, very cold, tons of snow. Like, we would get school canceled, like, during this time of year. And trick-or-treating, like, and you'd be wearing, like, your winter jackets over your costume. Like, no one knew what you were.
Yeah.
Like, you're freezing your ass off, like, for not even a king-size candy bar. Like, what was the point?
100%.
You know? So that was disappointing.
Yeah. Virginia at this time was, like, good weather. It was, like, not too cold. It's similar to here. Maybe even a tiny bit warmer. But I did love trick-or-treating. I am going to be honest. It's, like, quite embarrassing how I realize, like, I think back, like, how old I was trick-or-treating. Like,
how old were you?
I seriously probably went until I was, like, 18. Like, I'm not kidding. I committed to that so fucking hard. Like, I was like, I'm not giving this up. Like, this is my last year until I go to college. Candy? No. It was just, I think I just liked the idea of, like, how much can I get? Like, how many houses can I go to?
Okay.
And I think I just liked, like, felt like competition to me.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, I probably trick-or-treated until I was 18 years old.
That's crazy. I'm looking forward to, like, being an adult and, like, having trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Like, that part, like, sounds very, like, fun to me.
It'd be kind of sad, though. Like, I can't imagine, like, what if, like, people don't come and you, like, get all
I
this
would
candy?
be devastated.
Yeah.
But, like, I will make it known, like, I have really good shit at my house.
Yeah. Yeah, like king-size
come trick-or-treat.
bars,
I'm going to be, like, borderline creepy because I want people to, like, come get candy so bad.
Come here, little girl.
Yeah. But it just sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
I want to go to a pumpkin patch still.
I know. Like, I say every year, I'm going to go to the pumpkin patch. I'm going to go to the apple orchard.
Well, I did last year, and I really had a great time.
I didn't last year. And I never do. I always say it, and then, like, October comes. Granted, October's been, like, the busiest month of this entire year for me. I've been gone every week. So I did not have time to go to the pumpkin patch, unfortunately. But, it would have been fun.
I like after Halloween all the candies on sale.
Oh, okay, yeah.
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 Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, I got some candy for my Halloween party.
What'd you get?
Like the sour and like kind of like
Okay.
like I think it got like a variety pack with like nerds and shit like that. Like fruity candy.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, I don't know. That should be coming with my Amazon orders. Hopefully nothing gets delayed because that would really fuck me up.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna try to make some like I got syringes that I'm gonna fill with Jello shots, like red Jello shots. When did we try to do Jello shots and we like really flopped? We didn't disgusting.
Flop. I was hungover as fuck.
Yeah, we made them disgusting.
I just started like dating Kevin, and I was like, it was for Carly's birthday. It was Carly's birthday, God. And it was like the first time like he was like him and Reed were like around everyone, like because it was Carly's birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I committed to making Jello shots. Me and Hallie, it was like me and Hallie go out on a Thursday fucking night for some reason because like that's what we did back then. I am puking so bad at Hallie's apartment. I literally puke at my apartment all morning. And then like I have got to make these Jello shots because Jello shots take like 8 hours to make. Okay, it takes so long. So finally, I puke as long as I can before I'm not gonna have these Jello shots ready in time. I go to Hallie's.
I've never made Jello shots. She's like, I know how to make them.
I'm like, don't worry, I got it. I get there. I puked on the way there. I had to get out of my Uber early and walk the rest of the way there. I get to Hallie's. I puke immediately.
And then she's laying on my couch and she's like, you have to do it. I can't smell it. I can't smell it.
Like, when I would try to like make it, I was starting to puke again because I was so hungover. And eventually Kevin and Hallie made them.
Yeah. So like I was making them and I like didn't know what I was doing. We made them. I remember I doubled the amount of alcohol that needed to be
100%. Not just that. I also committed to making her a birthday cake.
Oh yeah.
So I'm baking a birthday cake because I don't have an oven in my apartment. I'm at Hallie's making a birthday cake and Jello shots. Okay, and I'm so sick. It's horrible, but I did make it out that night, and I did black out that night.
Yeah, and then we went out and we made that. No, we made that video at the diner or whatever.
Yeah, that was like our like launch into like Kevin and Reed. Yeah. Also, people were like posting pictures. This is back when I used to read Reddit, obviously. People were posting pictures of like Kevin and Reed like at this birthday party. I'm like, I'll insert the picture of that actual night. Right?
Because they look similar.
Yeah.
Reed looks really different there from what he looks like now, I feel like. I don't know what changed, but he doesn't look the same. But they did look like, they just like had the same expression on their face and they did look like very similar.
Yeah, they were in the same outfit and it was like just the vibe.
Yeah, but
more importantly, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Make good choices. Use a condom.
Yeah, use protection.
Don't go home with anyone creepy. Share your location with your friends. Don't make spooky, scary choices.
And love you guys. I had nothing else to add. That was funny.
And get your head in the game.
Get your head in the game. Go Wildcats.